Hey guys, this is a video to update you with the Animatic. So I've been fixing this Animatic for the past hours and just applying all the feedback that I've been receiving from my mentors and from some other friends. So right now I'm going to show you the things that I changed and why I changed those things and how those changes improved the animation. So here, for example, on the intro, this boobs girl just runs around like a gag. One of my mentors told me like, hey, what if you grab that boobs girl? Maybe it's a reporter, so you can show her before like showing the city like all the disaster that is happening. And I was like, nice, I like that idea. So here I'm using this reporter who is like, hey, there's a giant air fryer in underpants. So we're zooming in, and she's like, oh, it's attacking, and the air fryer is like, he just throws the laser beams and to scare the woman, and the woman just runs away. We zoom out, and then that's the thing that we were seeing on the TV. So it's no longer like the empty TV, but it's like, or like the TV just saying like an air fryer is attacking. But this time, I am already starting a joke there, and then I'm continuing the joke on the gag scene. And also, I am here presenting the air fryer for the first time. Like, this is the danger, this is the villain from this scene, and he's also in underpants. So we zoom out here, and we're seeing one of the chihuahuas looking at the TV. And I choose the chihuahua who is a little bit like, who is like dumb, and he's like, ooh, watching the TV, and he's like, the owner is like, hey, dude, come on. He's like, woof, 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 runs, and we are seeing this transition in which he is going through this live reflection from the TV, and that live reflection takes us to this owner making this sign, just entertaining the dogs, playing with the dogs, making this silhouette of the dogs, and all the dogs like woof 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 woof. Thanks to Abby for a note that she gave me about having the dogs like jumping like actual chihuahuas, and that's something that she recommend to put on another scene. And I was like, you know what, here in this scene actually works. So that idea of making these chihuahuas jump like actual chihuahuas, that is something that will bring more specificity to this scene, and as a consequence, make this scene more entertaining. So, poop, the lights goes off, and this is the air fryer looking through the window, and the air fryer is there, blah blah blah, and the chihuahuas boom 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 start barking, blah blah blah, and boom, the air fryer just makes a huge hole on the ground because it smashed all the street chihuahuas. Street chihuahuas goes inside of this laboratory in which they start merging and becoming this mutant giant chihuahua. They hear the owner screaming, and we go to this shot in which we're seeing this dude torturing this dude. The chihuahua, giant chihuahua, appeared. This is a mutant giant chihuahua, and we see the reporter there. Maybe the other dude, instead of being no one, is like the cameraman. We see this gag of this dude falling and then going inside of the building. But this is an important shot because here I break the 180 rule before, and if I show you the previous shot, maybe I can if I didn't get rid of it. Oh yeah, I get rid of it completely. Yeah. So the thing is like, I had like an 180 like a 180 issue here. Let me show you this. This is how I fix it. So this is the 180 thing that I had. From this shot, I went directly to this woman running here, and this the three mutant headed chihuahua here, and then I went to this shot here in which the camera crossed this turquoise line here, which is my 180 rule. The camera all the way went here, and now we break this line. So I had to just take that camera and move it around here. So he literally took the camera that was here, boop, put it in front of the road. I put it in front of the road, and then I came up with. But before doing that, I was like, okay, let's change everything. If I put the camera here, then I have to change the layout here, and then the main characters of this gag will be a little bit like too little. So I was like, no, I have to change everything. But what if I just redraw? Like, see how this drawing was, and I just poop turned the robot the other way, and now we were inside of the 180 rule. Instead of changing everything on the camera, I was like, poop. Just by modifying the drawing of the robot, I was able to go inside of the 180 rule again, and continuing with the animatic. So that's how I fixed that issue. We're seeing here this is being stretched, psst, the bee, and then he's like, oh, what the and the dude is swinging, boom, boom, boom. We see these characters going out. This dude, boom, and then they just run away, and then the three-headed Metichua prepares to attack, prepares to attack, boom, boom. I'll have to redo all the audio because I move a lot of things. And then he's like, huh? Boom, smashes the thing, and there's a screaming like, ah. Then this dude, boom, 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 grows four arms, and boom, the package. There are, boom, a steel frame there, and then this epic fight sequence. And then here, boom, here, a new change I have here. The new change that I have here is that this dude, instead of vomiting to the other side, they vomit on top of the arm of the robot. And that as a consequence, we're seeing how that affects, that vomit affects the robot. We keep seeing all of that vomit going there. And they're like, oh, yes. By doing this, I cut all the character animation that I had. And instead, I'm having an arm animation and some effects animation, which is simple to do, like the actual character animation that I had. I had like three more scenes to represent all the back and forward between, like explaining like the vomiting was acid. By just doing this, I was like making first the statement that the vomit is acid super clear, and relating the acid with danger with the robot. And also that allows me to cut to this new scene of this arm rolling and this close up of the arm to create more contrast between all the scenes, because I always had during all of these sequences just scenes of the characters, but I didn't have like close ups. Then I added this dude like growing a new arm, which is just like the same arm but with a super sharp corners, so it's like super dangerous like this. So we have that scene. It's like they vomit, they grow the arm, looks at the dudes, it's like throws the thing. Now another thing is like one of my mentors told me like, hey dude, start pushing the beans towards that direction so we represent that this dude is winning. And then we're cutting here to this scene in which we are seeing like the aftermath, and the aftermath is like all these skulls type of Attack on Titans monsters just going back to mutants, to the original form. Because one of the notes that I also had is like, hey, how is that works? Because you're just showing the little chihuahuas after this, but this is how is that they turn into their normal form. And I was like, let's make some cool composition here. So it will be really nice to see all of these other two chihuahuas morphing back into the original form, while we see this huge head coming from the air, like going to land. So while this head is landing, boom, we're seeing all the other chihuahuas morphing back, and we see morphing back to here, pa 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 pam, cool. And then he's hearing something. Oh, the other side, the chihuahua, boom, die. The other look, hears something on the other side. The other chihuahua is also screw up. Then he looks something on top, and this is the owner. He's like, "Hey, look, look!" And we zoom out to the eye, and we're seeing a juxtaposition of the fingers and the eye hole doing that. And the owner is like, this," and the Chihuahua is like, he's like, "Oh, dude, he already know what to do," and all these Moko's thing pulls him in the air and explodes, and then boom, attacks to that from that side. Oh yeah, my friend Taylor was like, dude, because the bot is too huge, I really thought like he was going to get inside of the one. I was like, no, dude. So when we come here, we go up. It's like, and they start peeing. And here I also break the 180 rule, but instead of fixing that, I just went and made a camera animation. So I go around this, and this dude starts peeing, messing around inside of this robot, and this robot starts exploding, and boom, we're seeing this dude already looking through the window instead of like showing up. And I also cut a character animation on that scene by also showing before all of the stuff that I added. 'Cause it's also more animation, but well. They were cutting to these amazing. Everyone is super cool. The thing in the arm, hey, cheering, everything is really nice. And then what? All these grambling little air fryers getting out of that. The woman is like, ah, and the reporter. I still have to add some things, but yeah, this is it. And the steel frame there, I will add, and I will maybe add the two women that are at the end with the character. That's the short film. That's all the changes that I applied today. And tomorrow I'll keep refining the animatic, just making some little changes, and then I have to update the character design and start animating. Yeah, I have to start animating. It's July 28th. So all the month of August will be animation like crazy. And let's see how much we can do on the animation process. And this is the behind the scenes, and I just want to document all the process. And this is very important because I'm revisiting the animatic, and this is the last version of the animatic, and after this I start animating. And I have a lot of scenes to animate, but because I'm approaching this project in a cutout animation style, everything will be a little bit more faster, and I look forward to sharing with you all my entire process, from rough sketches to polishing the rig to tidying down some poses and actual animating all of this, in betweening all of this, and using the rigs that I've been working for almost 2 weeks. 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. And yeah, if you really like all of these videos, and if you really feel this is useful in some way or inspiring you into starting your own short films or project, please feel free to subscribe and put a like here on this thing so I can continue doing these short films. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. So yeah, see you next time, guys. Bye. Boop.